Okay, I am at 12917 Carlington Lane in Riverview. Just stepped inside just to do a quick peek, and now I'm going to shoot a video for you, just to give you a little view of what's around this property. Pretty quiet road and area. I was shooting a video as I pulled up to the property, and the phone got too hot and it cut off, but I was showing you the pesticide system that this house comes with. If you were to have a pest control company come out and routinely maintain the bugs, they can access this property with that little receptacle thing on the side, and it puts the pesticide throughout the house safely, from pets and people. So it does have that feature if you wanted to do that. But this is a 2005 6-bedroom, 3 full bath house, just a hair under over 3,000 heated square feet. And I'll give you a little tour. So when you walk in the house, obviously you have your upstairs straight in front of you. On either side of the stairs, it takes you to the back of the house, which is the kitchen and family room. Now to the left is your formal area. You have formal living area. Some people might put a coffee table, something of that nature. Formal dining. You can see the chandelier. So this is where this is. And then, like I said, if you were going down this way, it's taking you directly into the family room. Right here is access to the garage, which I'll show you in a moment. This house does have a single bedroom downstairs, which is right here, and I'll show you that in a moment. But let's go right to the kitchen. You have a pretty good sized kitchen. Does have a separate island in the middle. Try to give you a couple different views of the kitchen area. Lots of cabinetry, granite countertops. Does overlook a golf course. I just saw a golfer with his young daughter just a moment ago. I shot a short video of the two. Has the two pendant lights over the middle island. Island does have electrical. And then off of the kitchen, you have your family room. Now, this house has, I'll show you the family room. This is laminate floors. It's on a concrete slab, so you can rip up those floors and put anything you want. It's very easy to put flooring on top of concrete. And then this is, of course, a ceramic tile in the wet areas, and this continues to be laminate downstairs. But this house does have a pantry area. And then under the stairs, they have this extra space. They put some shelves, and a lot of people with this particular floor plan, they utilize this as additional storage for pantry. So it's pretty decent in that regard. It does have black appliances, matching appliances, and then you have your dishwasher right there. Ceilings are fairly tall. Feels pretty spacious. It's knockdown texture, no popcorn, nothing like that. The cabinets do not have any hardware or any knobs. You can add it, you can paint it, or change it. But in that regard, it's still pretty basic. The backyard, you do have this slab here. I opened the door in advance, so it was locked, but you can see the neighbor has quite a nice little backyard. The posts look a little more established and have a little sitting area. So I even see a wet bar right there in the front of the grill. So you can always just make friends with them. But I always try to see what the neighbors are up to kind of see where your boundaries are, what you can get away with. If I had to guess, you can see how far back this house goes. So if I had to guess, your boundary, and also you see this tree right here and the lights in the bush. If I had to guess, I'd say your boundary line for this house is probably around here. Probably where the grass gets tall. We're about level with that. So I'd say this is probably the boundary. So if you wanted to add a pool, or if you wanted to just put a cage and put some type of a living area back here, you could do that. You can see the house across the street has the white PVC, so you know that that's allowed in the neighborhood. So you can see that over there's white PVC. You do have a golf course here. Sometimes they can get a little tricky. Now this house over here has a fence, but they have a picket fence instead of a private. Sometimes you have to, only have a fence that's 3 feet tall instead of 6, or picket instead of private. Sometimes with a golf course they can have some rules. So I don't want to say definitively you can have a privacy fence here, but if it's a house of interest and we get far enough, I can always pull covenants, rules, and stuff of that nature. Now I mentioned that this is a flood zone. It might be because of this marshy area. This might be wet. I do see a little bit of an elevation here, but still, maybe there's a slight risk. I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem bad. But if like I said, if we get that far, I can see if there's a elevation certificate, what the risk level is, what the quotes are. Just trying to give you some additional views of the house. No trees hanging over the house, so that's real low maintenance. It's a 2015. I'm pretty sure that's an original roof. You might have 5 years left on it. Nice house right here. You can see the little wet bar area. That might even be a waterfall right there. It's a very, very, very nice house. Land is pretty decent. This is probably your property line where that bush is. So it's a pretty decent lot for Florida anyway. These posts are pretty, basic, but you can always change them out with something else. You can see the paint, it's starting to peel. It was white underneath. I don't really see any water damage there, but it is definitely peeling and coming apart. All right, let's take a look. And also you can see some of these boards are, kind of amateurish. This job was kind of amateur. I'll lock that in a minute. I'm going to be too distracted here. Oops, I let a wasp in. My bad. Okay. I think I've covered let's show you the bedroom and the bathroom downstairs. So this does have some extra bars. Probably an elderly person was living here. Maybe someone who couldn't use the stairs. So they had those extra features for them. It has a pedestal sink. When I originally went into this house, I was questioning if this is an original room to the house, because it has side vents to cool it instead of through the ceiling. Sometimes I've seen when they do additions, that's the best way to cool a room instead of put it through the ceiling. And I'm still a little suspicious about this house, and I'll show you why in a moment when we get to the garage. But this is a legitimate bedroom. You got a window, you have a closet, door, decent size. You do have 2 AC systems right here. I don't know how loud they are when they turn on or not. This is a 15-year-old house. Just eyeballing them, I'd say the one on the left is original and the one on the right has been replaced. Just looking at the look of them. But I think this is the double pane window. I could be wrong. I saw a car go by. I didn't hear a thing. Now all the homes are double pane, but this is an 05, so I don't know. Certainly a 50-50 chance, right? Double or single. All right, so let's take a look at the upstairs. It does have a really tall foyer. That's the light in there. Oh yeah, no. Let's do the garage real quick. So I told you where I had my suspicions about that room. I'll tell you why. You saw the 3-car garage outside, right? The 3 bays, and I couldn't get a light to come on, so this is going to be dark. You have to work with me here. But there are 3 bays out here. There is a little room that they've added here. I don't know why. Now, if you go into this room, there is the electrical panel and the sprinkler system, and you can see a block wall. So I'm thinking this was, original block wall to the house, and they put up this small little room Maybe there's something of value in here, or storage. You know, I see tiles. Maybe they wanted to have some type of a storage room, and they sacrificed the third bay, because outside of this room there's another maybe 10 feet to that garage door, and that's it. You still have the two legitimate bays, so two cars, you know, right here, legitimate space. And if you were to knock down this wall, you would be able to reclaim this third bay. But right now, I mean, for storage wise, you can still put stuff in there. You still have another 10 feet outside of it. But that's what made me kind of question the room downstairs. But because of that concrete wall, that block wall there, I think, you know, that room might be original. Here's your air handler, at least one of them. There's probably one upstairs. And because the light doesn't come on and the garage door, the opener, they unplugged it. So I just can't even use the opener. I can't like open the garage door and use natural light either. But I can see it better than the video probably shows. It's just the camera doesn't do as well without the lighting. Okay, let's take a look at the upstairs. So we have carpet upstairs. I have not been upstairs since at all, so I'll be checking this out with you for the first time. But I am familiar with this layout, so I kind of know what I'm looking for. So your secondary air handler's here. So this is, you can see it was done in 05. So 2.5 ton in 05. What's that? That's the original. Oh, duh. That's the original. So the downstairs looks like it might have been replaced. I don't know. But then again, that was the one in the garage. It looked kind of old. Anyway, if it's a house of interest, I'd be happy to try to verify some permitting and some stuff for you. This is your master bedroom. Really nice size master. Does kind of have the bay windows, kind of bellows out, which is pretty cool. So you would put maybe a bed right here, maybe a king. You have a little sitting area. So it's a pretty good size master. Now, I do see some imperfections here in the ceiling. Now, it's possible that maybe there was originally a light right here and they moved it here, or maybe it was a roof leak, although it's only 15 years old. But this is definitely not original ceiling. Now, this is bank owned, so the bank knows nothing. They foreclosed on somebody. So you can inspect, and you should inspect, but you're going to be going on the inspector's assessments as opposed to getting history from the seller. So it does have a closet inside the bathroom and then one right here. So this is his closet, and the hers closet is inside. I can feel my phone getting warm again, so hopefully I can get this whole video in. So when you walk in, you do have your double vanity. Pretty good size mirror. You have your toilet right here. Some call it a water tower, but it's a separate little room. It does vent and air condition. Looks like they took down like the medicine cabinet. You have your separate shower and tub. Let me kind of give you a little bit of a far out view. Looks like there might have been a towel rack or something that they took. Looks like maybe the bars were held up right there and they removed it. Maybe there was some curtains. You can see the holes there. So, and that was bank owned. So they may have stripped it of some of these little details that they've kept for themselves. Here's the other closet, her closet. So it does have two closets. You can see a lot of scratches and paint and, you know, just wear and tear. So it needs some putty and some paint. It does have a linen closet as well. So that's your master bath and master bed. And then we head back to the hallway. You have this room in front. It could be a bedroom, but it has the double doors. It kind of gives more of a, you know, office vibe. But it does have a door that can close. It has a closet. So it definitely could be a functioning bedroom if someone wants that. Oh, you can see the golfers are back. Different golfers. So you don't even have to subscribe to ESPN. You just got golf right there in your backyard. All right, so down here we have another bedroom. So all these rooms, the master does not have the golf course view, but these rooms to the back, they can all look at the golf view. It does have the closet. All these closets are kind of like hanging off of the posts, and some people take them off and try to get more space out of the closet, but they should go back on if you want them that way. Just a little quick view of the downstairs, just while we're here. Just a view of what you see, the foyer, if someone's at the door. So we have another bedroom here. Ceiling fans are all still with the property, so they did not take those. And yet another golf course view. Closet. We have a bathroom. So we have the master bath. We have the bathroom downstairs with the bars. And then we have this bathroom for everybody upstairs except for the master. So this is one sink, and it's a shower tub with some cockroaches. Welcome to Florida. They fumigated the place, but you can still see there are some roaches. But they're all dead. And then your laundry room. So laundry is upstairs with the master. Usually laundry and master stay upstairs. Not sure why the drywall is removed there. Maybe it was an update with the plumbing. That's where your dryer vent goes out. No sink. Of course, every house is as is with right to inspect, including a bank-owned property. So you definitely want to do inspections. Make sure your plumbing's right. Because there's no washer dryer in the house, they can't check them. It's always nice if they can see that the water exits and enters the house properly. But they do run the sinks in the tub for like a half hour and make sure nothing's backing up and everything is leaving properly. You do have a little linen closet off of this bathroom as well. So this house needs some TLC. Everyone has their comfort levels of to what extent. Like I said, I can find out age of those ACs. I think at least one's original, maybe both. And your roof is 15 years, which, usually Florida roofs, if it's an architectural shingles, you can usually get 20. If it's a 3-tab, it's 15. I think it's an architectural. Just looking like this neighbor's roof looks really nice. I think that theirs is probably new or newish. Even this neighbor's roof. Like some just seem to have more granules and better. This one looks okay, but I'm no roof expert. I'm not even sure if it's a 3-tab or if it's an architectural. But I am pretty sure it's 15 years old. It doesn't look like it's been replaced recently. Nor would you. 15 years. I bought my house new in 03. It's 17 years. My roof is still hanging on. It's still original. But if I were to sell it right now, I probably would have a seller that would be, or a buyer that would be, it'd be on their radar. Honestly, if I bought a house that was 17 years or older, or 18 years or older, or I should say the roof was 17 or 18 years or older, I would put a roof into the deal. 15, I might not. I don't want to replace it, prematurely if it has life. It's money. But when you get a roof, you do get discounts and stuff, and you make sure that it has proper straps and clips and things of that nature. And this house is built in 05, so they really started changing the coating, I think, in 03 after we had a pretty serious hurricane. So this house should do really well as far as having the straps, the clips, the things that insurance companies want to see. You might not even need a wind mitigation just because they know what was built in 05. But anyway, don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. So this is under the sink, has garbage disposal. That might be a water system or see this right here, it's like a reverse osmosis. Some people get fridges that have that built into the fridge and they don't use that thing. So everyone's different, but that's what that is. So you can get water that's supposed to be more purified and better than what's coming out of the sink. You can see the finishing here is, I think, and it was amateur job who did the laminate. Overall, it does feel okay on my feet. It doesn't feel like it's all, you know, bubbly or popping or anything like that. Just some of the trims look kind of amateur. All right. Well, I think I've covered everything. Before I wrap this up, I'm just going to do a quick walk around the outside with you. Hopefully my phone doesn't overheat again. And then I think we'll be done. But then I'll walk up after. So you do have, you know, nice tile work right here. Another look at the neighborhood. Really haven't seen many cars go by. Even if you don't have 3 bays of garage space inside, you still have a 3-car wide garage, so or driveway. So that, see, they got the 2-car, that extra width of the driveway on this house. It's nice. It's nice to have that space. So this is your water, where you turn the water on and off to the house. Of course, all your electrical stuff. As I was mentioning, there is a bit of cracking here. It might just be the drywall starting to crack and get old, and you can have that painted. They sealed it, but you know, until you actually have a paint job, it just doesn't look as good. The neighbor's house looks perfect, and they could have very well had the same thing. Could be the same builder, probably built, you know, months apart from each other, and they may have just painted their house, and this house needs that paint to make it look good. This is where I mentioned the little pesticide this receptacle is for pest control people. And then these AC systems. I feel pretty confident saying that this is 15 years old. You can see the rust and everything. But this one doesn't look so bad, right? And it works. It works. It's hard to find a date on these things. I'm just looking, but they have every number under the sun. I see the model number, the serial number, but I can see if the tax records say the year. But that one, I'm wondering if it's newer than 15 years. And then let me show you the other side of the house, and then I'll wrap this thing up. Probably could use a paint job. Now this is interesting. This looks like the stucco is broken off, right? And it looks like they put some type of a foam covering there just to protect it. So I don't know what that's about. This side doesn't have all the cracking that the other one did. You can see this neighbor has a little bit of some cracks. But this one looks pretty good. I do see some cracks, but they're not sealed. Not sure if you can see that in the video. There's the pesticide on both sides. And then they do have some type of a water system. You can see the tank, and then you put the salt inside of there. I don't know if I dare look and see what it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't look so clean. I don't think they've been using it, but it should be looking a little nicer than that. And the water filters, you know, uses that salt, and then it goes through the tank. I have it in my house. I have like 3 tanks, and it really goes. I'm on a well though. I'm not on public utility, so I really need to filter that water to make it where it doesn't smell or color, you know, all of the plumbing. Anyway, all right. Well, I guess give you an idea of the property. If there's any questions, let me know. And I'm going to go ahead and lock up right now. Bye.